Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from. I'm Susie Vine, the host of the Thriving Life Summit, and I have brought one of my lovely featured experts to join me online this morning, Mindi Huebner from Wisconsin, where the real feel is frighteningly cold. I wish I could send you some sunshine from Southern California, but it's not even very sunny here. But we're doing our best to stay warm, stay energized, feel like we are happy and healthy in what we're doing. This is the season where we need a little bit more support in that regard, I think. And that's part of why, in the midst of all that's happening with holidays coming down the line, I decided to bring this Thriving Life Summit to life to help us find a little bit of balance and perspective as the holidays approaches, as I like to call it. So Mindi, thank you for making some time to join me online today. So happy to have you jump online.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to chat.
And we, in our conversation, which is available within the summit, so you get to sign up for free and really enjoy that when we get to dive deep into Mindi's area of expertise. We talk about some of the things that tend to hold us back in terms of finding that life that lights us up. You know, if we take the time to get clear on it, we still we might be getting in our own way. So I'm so grateful, Mindi, that you brought your expertise and your experience and maybe give us a little bit of an idea of what's your specialty? How do you help your folks break through so people have an idea of what they might discover in our conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I bring the unconscious conscious. I have a way of uncovering and getting into what's really stopping you from showing up at your fullest, your brightest, with your deepest desire, thriving. What's keeping you from thriving? And we call them limiting beliefs. Sometimes they're limiting beliefs. They're identities that we've taken on to fulfill a prophecy. We are self-fulfilling prophecy people. You are that powerful. Everyone that's listening, like, you're that powerful. You are a powerhouse, and you can use that power to fulfill the words that come out of your mouth, the beliefs that you put after I am. You can have it all and you can love it, or you can have it all, the beliefs and not so much love it, right? the one of the biggest things I am seeing, this is very interesting because it's sort of counter. I see people wanting to create new things. They want to start new habits. They say, right? And that's okay. So we decide. And then they self-sabotage. Instead of, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to do 75 things. And then I'm going to, what I call fail, right? Like, not me, but what we, society, call fail. Because 75 changes. No. Not even for a habit master. Like, I'm a habit master. I'm constantly practicing that stuff. No. Like, it's just, it doesn't, your brain's like, does not compute. Like, put on the brakes, smoke's coming out, all kinds of stuff. So if you're feeling like, I keep trying, okay, first of all, try a little less. Right? How often do you hear somebody say that? Don't try so hard. Focus. One thing, not 75 things. Not, well, I'm going to start this habit that's going to roll into this habit that's going to, no, because your brain's like, nope, we're just going to stay right where we are.
We do. I love that you illustrated that because it's so true. And this is the season for saying, I'm not going to change right now, but as of January 1st, right? So I've got some time to make this list together, and these resolutions are going to magically unfurl down this scroll. And then I can just step into a whole new me. I might not have last year or the year before that, but surely this is the time that's going to do it. Already that little inner voice is like, who do you think you are? Like, how did that go for you last time, right? And talk about those self-fulfilling prophecies, those words that come after I am, or you do, right? That inner voice. Boy, we might think we can outfox it, but until we address it, until we have a little sit down conversation with it, or reframe those things, we can't like muscle them.
Yeah, we
Beat them
can't
into
out hustle our
submission.
beliefs. We
Right?
cannot
Thank
out
you.
hustle our beliefs. We can't. We can't. We fool ourselves for a little bit, and then what do we experience? Burnout.
Right. And that's when I see people really fall into that whole, I mean, it's such an issue of confidence, of self-worth, because we keep setting ourselves up to be disappointed in what we're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm so excited to share what we got to dig into in our conversation, because it really brings to light maybe some things that people don't spend a lot of time recognizing, and maybe takes a little bit of that pressure off, a little bit of that guilt and blame that we like to heap on ourselves, like, why did I do that again? Why can't I seem to do better? And who are we doing better by, right? There are big air quotes on that in terms of what success looks like. And so I love that you create the space with the people that you work with to take all of that noise out of the way, and just like you said, let's start simple. Let's start with one.
Yeah. And let's ask really good questions. And we talk about this in our interview. Why is good, like start with why, Simon Sinek, right? And like, okay, once you know why, quit asking why. Because why turns into because, right? I mean, it's a story. It just, we go right into our story. So there's our big why, and then the little whys, let's say what, let's say how instead. Just like you were saying, start with one. And what's going to keep me from doing the one? What do I get to let go of so that I can be the human who shows up to do the one thing, right? The one new habit, the one new thought process, the one new strategy that I want. What could keep me from that? How could I create more space for it? See, those asking the better questions.
Right. The power of self-knowledge, of exploration, of getting to the heart of the matter. I love that. And that was such a powerful part of the conversation, because I totally helped you demonstrate how we fall into that. No matter how much work we do, that story is right there to explain why we struggle. And so that's beautiful to set ourselves up for success. That was definitely a great part of our conversation too. And as one of my featured experts, I'm really excited as we close out the event. So on Saturday, December 4th, I'm bringing some folks back to join me in live conversation. And I am really excited because as I've been completing these interviews, I see these themes, these chords that weave everything together. It's so much fun to see, even in very different aspects in terms of success, or self-care, relationships with your family, health for men, for women, dealing with pain. There are some core themes that could help resolve a lot of different issues. And Mindi has agreed to join us for that. So she will be one of the fabulous folks who's joining me live, and VIPs get to bring their own questions. So you can sign up for completely free to join the summit. The link will be in the comments. And if you decide to upgrade, go VIP, you get everything recorded for your library, interviews, transcripts, bonus gifts from our experts. And Mindi is making a very, very special offer.
I was going
to
say, my bonus is hot. My bonus is hot.
Yes, please tell folks, many times over worth the cost of what that VIP pass is worth.
Oh my gosh.
Valued at.
Yes. Do you want me to tell them what what my bonus is? So my favorite way to coach is laser coaching. I have an amazing unlimited laser coaching program, and I have put a bonus of 3 laser coaching sessions where we actively look at what do we want to achieve, what do we want to avoid, and what is the aligned action that is going to get us there. And again, my superpower is bringing the unconscious conscious, and I get you there faster. So we drill in, we figure it out, we pull out what needs to come out to move us forward. 3 laser sessions with me. So I'm really excited about that. Because I know the change that happens after one session. One session can be transformational. So 3 is going to be like, oh.
Because the beauty of these laser sessions, if you're not familiar, it's a really short, concise format. It doesn't give you time to fall into your story. You're there to get some work done, to ask the right questions, to blow up some of those limiting beliefs. Or, once you, like Mindi said, she's powerful at shining a light on what you're tripping over so that you don't have to keep stumbling past the same thing. So that opportunity to not one but 3 laser sessions is really extraordinary, because sometimes it takes a couple of different approaches or passes. We make it through one layer, something else comes up. We're like onions, and we don't need to be crying. So I love that you've made this available.
Let's keep it real, Susie. Let's keep it real. Are we onions? Some days.
Some days are sweeter than others. But I'm so excited that you've jumped on board and been a part of this. I'm so glad that we're connected. And I think it takes all the different voices, right? Because people are in different places. They've got different things coming up for them. And so wherever you are and whatever tone of voice is going to resonate with you, right? If you need a little gentle talking to, then there's a day for that. And if you need some straight talk and some let's get to the heart of the matter, Mindi's your girl.
No,
we don't have time to waste. The clock is ticking and we are meant to do brilliant things.
Yeah.
Right?
Your life is waiting for you. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you want to share with us? I don't want to give too much away from our conversation, but every time I talk with you, brilliant new things come up. The conversation always goes exactly where it should. So,
oh, thank you. I just remember, you truly, when you decide to do one thing, just really get some focus on it, instead of setting yourself up for, sabotage, disappointment, all the things that we talked about. Because little hinges swing big gates. So that one little thing that you're doing, and you start believing about yourself and the small wins that you get, that will move you forward exponentially and much faster than I'm going to do 47 things, all brand new, all at the same time, for sure.
Yeah, I just got a picture of a gate with 47 hinges.
It's literally slow down to speed up. It's slow down to speed up. Pick one thing, and that will move you forward so much faster than the 47 things.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that. Thank you for coming back to that, because that's where we started. And I think we tend to overcomplicate it. And then as we explored, we tend to be harder on ourselves than we need to be. And, we jump to the finish line. I need to be here instead of getting clear on, okay, that's where I want to be. What's the first best thing I can do to start being that person who is there? And then as we build faith, we build confidence, we start to see the impact that we can have and the things that we can change. We have that, strength to add one more thing, right? When we're ready, without falling back, without letting it be the excuse for things staying exactly the way they have been.
And the secret in that is, as you have an outcome that you're going for, this new habit that you want to create, this strategy, so you've got this light at the end of the tunnel. You've got this thing. The secret is who you're becoming on the way. This is what matters. Because once you shift your identity and you become that person, you're going to surpass that thing that you thought was so important. Because you're going to hit it and go, yeah, that's me. Boom, let's keep going.
Yes. Right? And everything is energy, and the energy of that just feels extraordinary. Once you are in that momentum, suddenly it's all ease and flow. It doesn't happen overnight. We have to get started, with the one thing, making those small steps. But from that, we've got that momentum that really can carry us further than we can even picture at this point.
Yes.
I'm so excited to dive into this with you. Coming up in a few weeks, it's right after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. So make a little pause, a little time for yourself, put yourself at the top of your gift list, and join us for the summit and get some inspiration that will help you feel a little more balanced, a little more grounded, a little more positive about what we can create in the year ahead.
Thank you, Susie.
Yay. Thank you, Mindy. I'm so glad you joined me today. Always a treat to join you. Have
Thank
a
you, you
great
too.
day. Take care, everybody.